So, which, well, back in the day, and maybe even now, used to scream 2-hour game. But we'll see how the series starts off with game number 1 and how these lanes are going to go. Should be an interesting one for sure, and see if there's any first blood before the horn.
Oh, Kitrak, he got 2 gold, the most farm hero in the game at the moment from killing that illusion.
Always nice to get that first CS. A little bit of gold, always nice.
Yeah, I think those illusions should be worth more gold. There was a time where you needed to invest sentries to kill Templar Assassin traps, and all you got was 1 gold. At least now you're getting some extra.
Gotta make it worth it. Spending money on sentries just to get 1 gold, I feel like that's
great value.
It's definitely a good reason when I get.
Yeah, this is
why
me
am I not buying sentries?
This is me investing into Dogecoin.
Yeah. Invest 50, return 1. Wow, I'm an investor, Mom. I'm doing it. Also, a guy who screams "Big Connect." Yuragi in trouble. Out of mana. Mystic Snake comes back, and he won't be able to chase Yuragi down.
He needs to run back. He needs to go back to base and heal up. Doesn't have even mana for a TP. So that's going to leave some free CS for Tobi. It's going to take a while. This is like 25 seconds, maybe even 30, until he comes back to the lane. Starting from 5 seconds ago.
So 40 seconds is what you're saying.
No. I'm saying less. So he's going to pick up some items. For Kitrak, he's trying to get some solo XP, but good start. I mean, all eyes on this lane, how much they're going to be able to pressure Medusa. Vengeful Spirit, she doesn't really contribute too much. It's what, like 1 stun, try to soak up some of the damage, but it's going to be a lot of harassment. Just by having 2 abilities that deal insane amount of damage early on, I think OG Safe Lane is going to struggle with it.
So, bottom lane, Kaori.
Good body
a little
block.
bit. Yeah, great body blocks coming in from Seb, looking for an Illuminate. And it won't be the neutrals that get that first blood. It'll be DM. Well done there with the body blocks coming out from Seb. So
it's not fair. He's on the horse.
Okay.
It's not a fair battle. I was always wondering, like, in terms of sheer numbers, how much was 1 knight worth of foot soldiers in the Middle Ages? Probably like 10.
I don't have an answer.
I'll have to Google that.
Yeah. Do they just mush 10 people up into a horse?
No, because if you had like, I don't know, 500 horsemen compared to like 5,000, I think like
Tobi's
500 could outmaneuver them. Tobi, they're dropping really low.
They have a magic missile, but they're not going to chase. Him and OmaR were both pretty far forward with not a lot of health. That was very dangerous. And another magic missile. I mean, OmaR is just on his way, running back to the tier 1 tower, constantly being harassed in this top lane. I didn't think that this was going to be so much of a killer lane at the moment, but not that they've gotten any kills yet, but
I don't see a blood grenade, so I assume Kitrak used it. Mystic Snake bounced on 2 heroes, and this is why they're low. He also brought in extra regen. So this Yuragi move where he went back and came back to the lane with TP scroll, he brought items for Kitrak, so he does have healing salve. He did have extra regen as well. I believe 1 mango that he brought, so that's quite a lot. Yuragi acting as a courier at the early stages. Mid lane, as we see, some slight advantage for the Storm Spirit. He isn't, again, playing into Pangolier, so a lot of harassment coming out early on. And this has been the build on Pango. Nowadays, I've seen like Pango's picking up 5 branches since he's being Universal Hero and then rushing bottles.
It's just a bit of a change from what he used to do, but it's still that diffusal that they like.
Yeah, it's the same item build.
The magic missile top lane and Mystic Snake doing some damage. Yuragi, though, sitting low on some mana. Needs to be pretty careful if he doesn't want to just get knocked out of this lane. But the constant magic missile harassment and the Mystic Snake, ooh, they get the kill on a Tobi.
Ooh, that's a good kill. That's a really good kill. And now Tobi buys Raindrop, wants to soak up some of that early damage so they can play slightly more aggressive. Maybe if he brought it earlier, Biziem. They're going for the runes. Biziem has Electric Vortex available. And gets in front of him, but there's Kaori.
Yeah, Arcane Curse. Biziem, though, he is in trouble. He'll pop the water rune. It's not going to matter. Kaori will help get that kill on a Biziem. So, getting that kill over mid, that's really going to help out. The Pangolier sub's going to take over for a moment, but Noob is really going to have a free time here, and it doesn't bode well for OG if they need Biziem to be a lot more active if he's already down like this.
Yeah, he's going to get level 5 from this. Noob is already level 5.5, so he could maybe get another kill with the rotation with Rolling Thunder. You don't expect this kind of a move from your position 5, because TA2000, he is not having a fun time in the bottom lane. There's 10 denies on Legion Commander, forced to be in the jungle. Or he will try to get some XP, but not going to be able to achieve much. They could run him down. Boots of Speed, almost full phase boots available on DM now.
Radiant's courier.
Thinking about those overwhelming odds. But Seb getting a courier, getting Kaori's courier out there, and it's double bracer for Legion now going into the lane now, and OmaR's over towards mid. Trying to help out in the lane, maybe set up for this 6-minute rune. But for the moment, it is a 1,000 net worth lead for the side of OG as they are doing well on both side lanes. Mid not as much, but Biziem trying to recover as best he can.
And something that we mentioned, OG will need to play around Biziem. 2 supports will need to help him out with the 6-minute rune. Seb is going to stack. There's already 1 stack of Ancients. They did block the big camp, however, with the sentry in the triangle.
Top lane taking that Lotus and a little magic missile action. Ball lightning in. Ooh, this is a big kill to get for some revenge, and Biziem's gonna get Noob. Tobi's gonna put aggression on Yuragi, but here comes Kitrak. Tobi doesn't have a lot of health remaining, but OmaR is here. The wave gets thrown forward, and Tobi's gonna have to retreat from trying to take out this Medusa. And with that kill over mid, it stabilizes Biziem, and all over now OG. They've got a 2,000 net worth lead, and things are going their direction in all 3 lanes.
Things are going really well for them. They managed to get the kill on Noob. Who got the last hit? It was Biziem, so he's going to get some extra gold from it. He also does have 6-minute active rune, which is a shield rune. Makes him super difficult to kill. This top lane for Quest, it didn't work out. They were supposed to put more pressure. Yeah, last pick, Dawnbreaker. Usually Rubik and Dawnbreaker.
And the Illuminate is there, and the victory is early. 6 minutes, 45 seconds, 10 dual damage.
That's a great start for OG. TA2000, like, he's gonna need to recover a lot. And speaking of recovery, I see Pytus queued up, so that means that, you know, he doesn't want to play early game. Overwhelming odds again.
TA2000 taking a lot of damage in this lane. Both lanes are really opening up, top and bottom, for the sides of side of OG. They're bringing numbers. They want the Medusa, and it has a Mystic Snake, but the mana's out and depleted until Kano comes. It's not enough. The Illuminate is not enough of a deterrent, and they will get the kill on the Yuragi, but the ball lightning all the way through, finding OmaR. Not a lot of mana working here for Biziem either. Seb's gonna have to give him something, looking for the Illuminate to land to get the kill. But the Arcane Curse and
level 3.
Biziem. Ooh, this is troublesome.
Radiant's bottom tower.
He's coming back and will eventually be fine, but still, he didn't get the kills that he necessarily wanted in that rotation, and it really felt a little bit underwhelming, the move over.
It was a bit low on mana. Chakra magic used on Medusa. Maybe he relied on that one chakra magic. They try to save Yuragi, but he dies in the end. He's getting levels. He's up there. sitting at 3.5k net worth, which is not too bad. The biggest winner of the laning stage is DM, who took down the tower. Has Blade Mail completed after finishing off this wave bottom.
That's really fast. Magic Missile, Nuke, Kitrak, Ball Lightning, and the Rolling Thunder. Biziem's now kind of in here with not a lot of mana, and Arcane Curse, last word. So a bit of a problem for him. Blood Grenade, the bounces are there, the swashbuckles in, and Biziem's dead. He makes this aggressive play once more, comes up short and not find, he doesn't find anything. And they're kind of giving away the advantage they had right back.
Kaori's about to crack level 6, so that's going to be a big one. Storm Spirit, he wants to jump in, gets global, most likely going to die during the first global. Noob, he's the one who recovered, having that like one death, has mana boots, arcane ring, so investing all of his like gold into small items, picking up arcane ring, which is kind of, I would even say, necessary. Even with arcane boots, Pango just consumes way too much mana.
That's this Blade Mail. So, yeah, I'm really making moves when it comes to farming. This is truthfully not something they were getting out of DM yesterday, though. Big change from what we saw from yesterday today, right? DM was not farming well in his lane.
Yeah, all 3 games he kind of got crushed in the lane. Lowest net worth core, I believe, like 2 games in a row until they started to group up together. But he's really having a good time in this one. Very difficult to kill. They need to bring 3 heroes. There's also some global presence from Tobi, so they have to be aware of that on OG. Silencer, Kaori still needs a couple of CS for that level 6.
Made a bunch of stacks over in the triangle by Seb. So Medusa will have that to fall back on. I believe Biziem might even just take the big camp from that.
Yeah, Sebastian, very active. 6 stacks from him. Only 2 stacks from Rubik. And they also have heroes that cleared those stacks very efficiently. The big stacks can be killed by Storm Spirit. The ancient camps, Medusa is going to take care of the business.
I don't know what it is about you calling Seb by his full name that really cracks me up. Maybe you know what it is? In my brain, it just goes 0 to 100, where I just like, I don't want you to call me by my full name because I know it just means disappointment. Global Silence comes in, and they've got the Telekinesis as well as the Rolling Thunder. And like you said, first Global Silence, Biziem's probably going to die, and you have predicted the future. He does just that.
Yeah, you have to get it out of the system. Like in this, the sooner you die, the sooner you can play Dota against Global. DM, he's steeping in. That should be a duel if he can get close.
Ooh, but they got the Silence, the Arcane Curse. Now he's slowed up. The Solar Bind's there. They go to the Blade Mail, but they've got themselves the Solar Guardian. Tobi's in. Dual use? Ooh, this is a tough spot for him to be in. They go to this.
He's very tanky on Noob.
DM, he's tanky, but not enough, and he'll end up dead. Everybody's still alive with a decent amount of health. But then Illuminate flies through. They get the kill into Tobi. They end up trading. Biziem looking for a +1. Finds himself Kaori, and will get the second for the side of OG.
They have to be careful. There's this Solar Guardian. We talked about OG's damage output early on. It really isn't massive. Overwhelming Odds also didn't connect on a hero. And Pango uses Shield Crash, uses another one. So that makes him super tanky. They don't even get the kill. They don't get the dual damage in the end. Maybe with the Blink Dagger, things are going to be slightly easier for the DM to initiate. And also with no global, Biziem was not in that fight because they killed him before. They definitely need Biziem.
Yeah, they lacked a little bit of that damage to get that dual damage out, and just coming into that and being slowed immediately, it really hurt DM in getting that early duel. And just like that, you know, the net worth lead that they had that was 3,000 early on is kind of dwindled to be back to even for Quest.
Yeah, this is big timing. Pangolier picking up the Fusel Blade, and now they want to go. Another global available in 20 seconds, so they're going to start to put some pressure in this top lane, while TA2000, he continues to farm up. Hand of Might is done. Going into Manta style next. Nothing too new when it comes down to itemization. Maybe Hand of Midas is not like the most common item on Naga Siren, because she usually does win the laning stage, but we've seen Hand of Midas after recent changes having...
On everybody.
Yeah, pretty much. It's like recovery, sounds good. If you're ahead, buy Hand of Midas. keep that GPM going.
Recovery Midas if you're not ahead. Expansion Midas if you are ahead. And it feels like that item's been built for everything. Winning and losing. Manta for Naga next. Getting towards it. Now top of the net worth for TA2000. Same for Yuragi. Similar builds coming out. Just Sans Midas for Yuragi. Kitrak thinking about going in with a swap. You're having Seb as well as Biziem on his side.
He knows if he swaps aggressively, there's going to be Global Silence Biziem. Haste Rune about to expire.
Looking for the duel. They'll find it. Solar Guardian's not even going to save him. And they're looking for the Rolling Thunder, but there's the swap, so it doesn't hit anybody. Looking over at BZM, though, and now the ball lightning out. Kitrak ends up dead, and they're going to find themselves Seb. 2 kills there for Quest.
That was a good jump from OG. When it comes down to fighting the target, BZM picks up Arcane Rune, needs to zip out of the trouble. Still, Quest, they're really strong. When they group up as 5, next fight, they're going to have Global Silence available unless they jump him again. 14-minute XP rune is being pinged out. Both teams did not pick it up yet.
Want to get those levels, but also want to make sure you don't get your Wisdom rune stolen.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
After a good start for OG, things have kind of fallen apart. And I think, you know, that goes off the basis of what we were talking about, BZM not really being able to activate with this lineup just yet.
Not an easy one for him.
Successfully.
Like playing into Global Silence, he initiates, maybe he gets slept, net, Starbreaker, also Pangolier with Diffusal Blade, so that's a lot of mana burn. He does have Keeper of the Light behind him to save him with Mech, with Chakra Magic if necessary, and also Seb going for Force Staff next, just a recipe away.
And he'll get that pretty quickly if they just give him an open lane to go to. But he's been sitting here with DM quite a bit. It's been him and Kitrak with DM just trying to find like that swap stun duel. But now there's a smoke here from Quest, and if BZM's not too careful, he's the one who gets caught.
Global, and he's dead again.
Ooh, kind of gets through these trees and avoids them.
Slightly too late. This is like 3 seconds too late. BZM, they see him. Noob with the Blink Dagger can initiate.
Scan and Yuragi. He's fine for now. They don't want to go. They don't want to initiate just yet. Thinking maybe they'd move their way. All that time, though, Naga now going for the heart. And TA2000, look at the net worth that he's accumulated. Things have been pretty easy for him all over the map.
TA2000 net worth advantage to Medusa. He's been farming. Like, Medusa did try to join in one of these fights, but he's been, like, constantly pushing the waves, getting the farm. Even though they made the stacks for Medusa, Naga Siren, like early on, she just farms way too quickly.
Is there a point in time where Medusa catches up to that kind of farm speed?
Yeah, I mean, she does have Manta of her own, so can use those illusions to push out the wave and go farm in a safer place with the hero.
For right now, TA2000 leads, and when that heart ends up being built, I have a feeling Quest are going to start really putting the pressure on OG if they are not too careful. They find themselves Dawnbreaker, and Tobi, Seeds of Serenity are down. The song's not
Global is available.
So now they go to the song. This might be a counter initiation, something we said that they're proficient in the draft, and they get the kill on a BZM, and they Rolling Thunder.
Oh, look at that roll.
Seb, DM knocked up into the air. They pop the blade mail on DM, but now he's trying to run. Seb one shot from dead. OmaR gets the kill with a Fade Bolt. They've got the shield crash on DM, and they're going to get themselves another. So all 4 heroes on the side of OG drop with a great counterplay from the side of Quest Esports.
We did say that this lineup from Quest has insane amount of counter initiation going, whether that's Global Silence, whether that's Solar Guardian or Sleep. And now we see the first Sleep being used from Naga Siren to great effect. It's just setting things up for Global Silence and then finding the right target. So it feels like they need to kill like 2 heroes before they can cast their spells. Every single time one of these big abilities is available, Quest, they're gonna fight back.
They weren't afraid to, like, that song comes after Tobi dies, but it catches 4. Like, the intention was still there, like, hey, all right, we don't have our Dawnbreaker, but we know we could still fight. We landed the song on 4, we've set it up, go for it, and it's the confidence showing from Quest Esports in a move like that.
Now 2K gold lead for them. Noob is having a great time. These rolls, yeah, they're really bouncing off. Same goes for OmaR. Like, this is not the game where you can steal like anything super flashy. Maybe like Storm Zip, Chakra Magic is okay, but there isn't that like one big ability that's gonna change things. Maybe when you pick up the shard, you steal Vengeful Spirit stun. That's gonna be pretty big. But he's been keeping the distance, involved in 11 out of 12 kills, didn't die a single time.
So, Ags being built for Noob. And OmaR going for that blink, speaking of those 2 heroes. And that Ags is going to be devastating, especially with the way he's been landing these Rolling Thunders. They've been pretty spot on. That with the eventual upgraded shield crash, like, he's really going to be putting in the work.
They will need BKBs. I think this game, like, it's going to be difficult. I also want to see, like, we did talk about it, that, oh, they see him. They see these Lotuses being picked up.
Yeah, they're going to go. They use the global, but it's not going to last long enough for them to lock down Biziem.
That's always the tricky part. These professional E-athletes, they're really good at checking every corner of the map, seeing that Lotuses are being picked up. So they almost punish Biziem. Global silence is down. So if OG wants to make a move, time could be right now. The thing is, how do you kill this Nagasarn? We did mention that their damage output in the early game is going to be relatively limited. I don't think TA2000 dies. Like, he didn't die a single time in this game, understood what the assignment was listening during the class, and
raised his hand.
Yeah.
This guy participates.
He definitely does. Went to jungle early on, left Kaori in the bottom, and then picked up Hand of Midas. Understood that they can't really lane against what those had in the laning phase.
Rolling Thunder used mid and gonna try and get in on this.
Already on cooldown.
Stealing the Solar Bind, by the way. That's a good one to steal. Rolling Thunder doesn't end up netting them that kill on Seb, but...
Yeah, it needs to steal Mana Leak against Medusa. Very effective. I miss that ability. I don't know. I know a lot of people don't. It's just like you move, you lose your mana, and you get stunned if you're out of mana. But I thought it might make a comeback. Because
they're starting to bring things back.
Exactly.
Maybe the next patch. They brought Repel back. Mana Leak might be next. You gotta trust the process. So, you know, I was gonna say earlier, the way that we said that OG needed to rely on Biziem to get things done in the early part of the game to really make this one stable for them is what Noob, I think, accomplished for Quest.
Absolutely. He's having a great game. That's only one death to his name. When they brought in numbers, yanked him from the side, he was low on mana, didn't get the shield, crashed nor the Rolling Thunder off. But now, Quest, I would say, in a really good spot in this game. Let's see if maybe OG wants to try to take Roche, potentially, when it comes down to damage. Medusa with Butterfly, Legion Commander, and Vengeful Spirit with Medallion could be enough, but again, counter initiation, catching you inside the Roche pit, something that can be done, but it's very risky. And you can see Quest already keeping to the bottom lane. They're gonna smoke.
Ooh, they might find all of OG.
Seb just TP top, so he's not gonna be there if there's fight approaching. They could also be the one taking Roshan with the damage that they have, because they do have sustain from Nagasaren's heart. They were looking. They thought that OG might be doing it.
Wondering if they're gonna do it themselves themselves, I mean, it doesn't look like they are set up by the pit, but it doesn't look like they're going right in just yet. Biziem finishing off Kaya Sanj, going into the BKB next. He said, you know, BKB is going to be necessary in this one. Tormentor. Ooh, Kitrak.
He's fine.
It gets nerve-wracking, though. That health bar in the Tormentor sometimes doesn't feel like it's going down quick enough. But he gets the shard. So that magic missile gonna split and hit a second target. And he's going for that solar crest, so trying to amp up this Medusa as well, while they do in fact go in a Roche and get that Aegis on the side of Quest Esports. No contest there, and almost the butterfly for TA2000. He is progressing so quickly on items.
Yeah, you said they're building the same items pretty much. Naga Siren mimicking what Medusa is doing. They're from the same lore, aren't they? It's like
sure,
2 Gorgons.
I don't know why Gorgon sounds so funny. I know that's just the name, but Gorgon.
Yeah, where's that gone? Gore, he's not there anymore.
Yeah, Gore is gone. Yeah, you knew where my brain was going. Thank you. So a lot of trying to work with this Aegis. You've got Global Silence. We've not really felt the presence of Solar Guardian too much in the few times that it's been thrown down. But now it's level 2, and that's really when the healing starts to feel overwhelming, and they use that Rolling Thunder. They're going to go into the Venge and find Kitrak. OmaR doing what Rubik's do best and steals the kill with Fade Bolt.
OmaR, I mean, Noob was going for a solo kill, but OmaR wanted to help. There's the song. Can he catch anyone? Biziem.
A long cast time. Once Biziem saw it, he was already leaving.
OmaR might catch him with Wave of Terror. He's still there.
Oof.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Try and play maybe a little bit more safe than that. Biziem almost in trouble. Level 4 Wave of Terror Stone, so that armor reduction's there, and almost has that Blink Dagger available on the Rubik. See how they use this Aegis. They are trying to fight a little bit, but how aggressive are Quest willing to get, and how far across the river are they willing to go? Because OG, they're just farming, and Medusa just about has that MKB, and then going into the Scotty next.
Carry-to-carry matchup. Like, as Naga, she doesn't want to buy MKB, so they need to figure out, like, ways to deal with this evasion. You can buy Bloodthorn, that's the other route, but I see Hex on Naga Siren, so they feel like they can kill the other heroes and then deal with Medusa last, because she's very difficult to kill. Having press the attack, having swap, Blinding Light, Lotus, or there's like multiple ways of saving Medusa. They know that they can't just burst her from 100 to 0, so it needs to be a longer fight. Let's see if TA2000 commits for the build. It feels like maybe they need slightly more control for the Storm Spirit pre-BKB. Biziem, he's getting close to it. Has 2.6k gold saved up.
Top tower is under attack.
Are you surprised OG just gave up their tier 2 bottom like that?
They can't defend. Fighting into Aegis. And this, not just tier 2. Tier 3 is down to 1000 HP.
That's just a lot of free damage. They're waiting for somebody to show them.
Middle tower is under attack.
So OmaR getting ready, Glimmer Cape on him, maybe looking to make the move and have that telekinesis. Now they're looking over at the mid tier 2, and they've also got Noob here ready to go.
Guy's base. Tower's gonna drop, like no one is here. A couple of Medusa illusions, but that was about it. At least backdoor protection is gonna kick in for a second. They're still gonna go.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
And there it goes. For free. Tier 3, not just the tier 2. So a lot of free building damage. And still, 45 seconds left on this Aegis. As to deal with this Medusa, they're going Hex on Naga Siren. And truthfully, I don't hate it. I mean, the farming that this Naga Siren's been doing, having that extra Hex, having that extra bit of control.
Could be excellent choice in the end. Just to control others. Like you have Legion Commander, because you're so tanky, it means that you're getting like at least 2 hexes in a team fight, maybe even 3, depending how long it's gonna take for you to kill them. Dire using a scan, not gonna find anything.
Yeah, they're not staying nearly as close.
Dire's middle tower is under
Set up to
attack.
bottle that Wisdom Rune, activated. Trying to get Biziem to level 18. But things staying a little bit quiet as we get ourselves a pause from OmaR. Do you think Medusa's done enough in terms of like the item choices here to be the ultimate late game threat?
Yeah, I mean, he still has like 2 slots. Next one seems like it's going to be Scotty to tank things up. Now he's swapped his mind.
Switches to Ags. You sure he's not going to keep that Windlace? Say 6 slotted?
Yeah, 6 slotted. She's 6 slotted already.
Yeah, Windlace is there.
Thinks that he might need like a different approach when it comes down to this game. MKB is fine. You need to deal with this butterfly on Naga Siren. Not sure what TA2000 had for item choices of neutral items. Picked up Ogre Seal Totem. Probably had some... I mean, it's a good one to like close the gap, maybe get some like Hex initiation going, but pretty sure he could have gotten better choices, just that he was not blessed by Gaben.
That'll happen even with 5 choices these days. They continue to farm, want this Ags. They've got the gold now on Medusa. So full Aghanim Scepter flying out on the Courier as they're going to smoke as a 5 squad. But who can they find? Because 4 heroes are bottom and the only one around is the Dawnbreaker. And not even really
Dire's
around.
middle tower is under attack.
Dawnbreaker is back in the base. This has really been some solid movements coming in from Quest to avoid the aggression of OG. As next on the list for Medusa is that BKB.
TA2000 is investing all of his gold into items. He was thinking about maybe picking up Lincoln Sphere. There's Shard being delivered to him as we speak. So, Song of the Siren, max HP, duration 8 seconds.
Radiant's middle tower.
Yeah, a lot of healing coming out.
Yeah, there's a lot of sustain for Quest, right? With Solar Guardian and that Shard now for Naga
Dire's bottom
Siren.
barracks are under attack.
They're going to be able to sustain through these fights, and with how free they took the bottom tier 3, if they get their hands on another Aegis, walking up the high ground might be might be just as easy again.
They're gonna wait for second Roche. No need to rush anything. If they come close, you can try to disengage. It's also gonna be on Radiant side, so you have this advantage deeping to an outpost. Yuragi is showing.
Showing, but is Quest going? And smoke.
Double damage.
Smoke used, but
That's a good ward that OmaR just placed.
yeah, it sees Yuragi, and you kind of get a sense for where the side of OG are. And Quest are in this interesting spot. Not a lot of teams really play this like weird little pocket of trees.
You know that there's gonna be like this high ground ward, so they're gonna scout things immediately. Even though they have Gem on BZM, they're still gonna place down 1 sentry ward, just in case.
Right.
If BZM is not close, this ward is too important when defending Radiant Roche. And OG knows that. Yuragi is a walk-in ward. He's like, I'll scout things out. They dewarded wards that OmaR just placed. Tobi on a different side of the map. Gonna come in with Solar Guardian.
They're split up a little bit on Quest. TA2000 gonna be spotted here as he goes up onto the cliff. Now they're gonna try and go to the Stone Gaze, Global Silence, as well as the Sword Guardian. The Starbreaker comes down. Biziem's gonna avoid that. They go to the Song of the Siren, but they've got these BKBs. They've hit the duel onto the Naga Siren. Rolling Thunder comes in, doing some damage, catching them, but not gonna be enough to save their Naga Siren. Now the swap
out of mana completely.
Biziem, he's got no mana. They get the kill on a Kitrak, but they end up losing too. DM next on the list. Noob trying to stand his ground, but Yuragi's ready with the help of Seb, and it will be a triple kill for the Medusa as they lose 2 on OG.
OG, they did the math correctly, understood that they can burst through this Naga Siren. MKB Medusa sitting there, pumping in the damage. How much damage was that? 5.5k. Naga Siren only dealing 600 damage in the previous fight, so they will need to figure out how to defend this Naga Siren. I want to see if he picks up something different. He had Lincoln Sphere queued up, and also Biziem, getting that first jump into dual Solar Guardian. It's a lot of healing, but it's not enough. You can see them dropping very low. And as you mentioned, they were also very far away from each other. So this Rolling Thunder comes in slightly too late. They still need Naga Siren to deal the damage, but Yuragi pumped out way too much in this one.
Yuragi was not even getting touched. Rolling Thunder came in, but it didn't really touch Yuragi, and it went to go save the Naga Siren and allowed the Medusa to just do as much damage as they wanted. Now Yuragi's got an Aegis. So, Aegis here for the Medusa, putting that BKB in the backpack. But as this Ags, this MKB, thinking about just going Ags Blessing, open up a slot. Swift Blink is on the agenda, as well as Mjolnir.
They don't have anything that pierces through this evasion from Yuragi. He does have Butterfly, Elven Tunic. What is that? 35% evasion. It's bugged, so it's slightly more, I think 41, 42%. They will go for the high ground.
Yeah,
holding the Aegis.
Not right.
Their high ground defense, it's going to be Swashbuckle, Fade Bolt, Mystic Snake, stolen from OmaR.
Shield Crash with the upgrade, right?
Yeah, they clear the creep wave with these 2 abilities. But I feel like OG might just square up and go high ground. Big zip. Biziem.
Smoke. Biziem's out of mana.
Yeah. Biziem, Roll Lightning, 0 mana, can't use it.
Yeah, he's got no mana. Biziem brings 0 mana.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
I tried.
The next upgrade is going to be Aghanim Scepter for him. It's just he's going to pull people together into Blast, into Medusa.
Ooh, swap.
That's a very impressive swap.
He's dead. They're going to look for the duel on a TA2000, but now the stolen swap gets the Naga Siren away. Solar Guardian comes in with the BKBs popped by Yuragi as well as DM. They've got the root. It's on to this Coddle. Seb, he's on the backlines of this as they go to the Song of the Siren, but with the BKB, Biziem trying to lock down TA2000, but they go and retreat from the fight with the song going.
Still only losing Kitrak. They did manage to reset, but BKBs have been used. Aegis, Entry still available for OG.
Radiant's middle tower.
Everything's still here. They have Duel, they have Stone Gaze, and nothing's available on Quest anymore.
No green lights. There's one on Rubik, not the most important one. Look at the damage from Yuragi.
Swap, Hex, Duel coming through on OmaR, but that leaves Yuragi. His Aegis was used, and now they've got the telekinesis and the buyback. They swap him away. Yuragi goes to the Stone Gaze. Guardian Greaves are popped. Kitrak's dead again for 70 seconds. Ogre Seal Totem. Netting. Press the attack from DM. They've got the Lotus Orb on Biziem. Swashbuckle moving forward. There's the Hex on Yuragi. They've got the catch, but do they have the damage? Goes into the Manta. He's low on mana, and now back to full on mana. They look over at Noob, who goes into the Rolling Thunder. TA2000 just chasing forward. They've got the telekinesis. It's going to be on the DM. They'll catch the Legion Commander out. They get the kill on OmaR, who bought back just a moment ago. So he's dead for 70 seconds without buyback. Yuragi, BKB, TP attempt, Solar Guardian, not going to be in time, but they get the kill on a Biziem as well as Seb with the swashbuckle landing from Noob, doing so much damage, and 4 heroes are gone on OG.
This is only with OmaR's buyback, and OmaR did one hell of a job stealing swap in the previous fight, swapping in Medusa, so they kill her instantly. Pango's going ham. Like the last couple of fights, Pango's just doing way too much. Overwhelming Blink in the middle of them. No one can use their Blink daggers, slow, and then extra slow coming out from the Diffusal Blade. His shield crashes, very annoying. They also just lost the gem.
Yeah, it is... Now no gem for them, a very good fight. And that was a good fight with no global silence. Like, pretty crazy how well that is. But that's off the back of the fact that OmaR stole swap in the fight that happened mid.
And Agasaren feels much safer now. She was thinking about picking up this Lincoln Sphere early on, had Silver Edge, then decided to went back for Lincoln so that he can't be dueled. DM will need to find a way how to proc this Lincolns. When it comes down to procking the Lincolns, they don't have many abilities. There's like Solar Bind, Vengeful Spirit, but I don't think you want to use those abilities anyway. So not going to be the easiest target. I think the A2000, like itemization-wise, really nailed it this game. He saw like what the weakness was. Immediately picks up this Lincoln Sphere, needs to tank up slightly more for his teammates, picks up the Shard early on. Something that we've seen like level up when they were playing Swen throughout the DPC is they really love to just prioritize that Shard from the carry role.
Yeah, and having that Shard here and picking it up and willing to buy it, not waiting on, you know, the hope that a Tormentor is going to drop it is definitely the move, and his itemization is going to be leaning towards an Ag's next, or well, really an Ag's Blessing. He might just go full out on that. That'll give him the reel in, the upgraded ensnare. And we'll see if he even gets to that point. I think Quest kind of hit this big spot with this fight where, look at, you know, you look at where they are mid, they could just start to push on forward and all of a sudden force some buybacks out of the side of OG.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Every single hero on their side have buyback, besides Vengeful Spirit, who's dead for 20, so she's gonna be available pretty soon, and there's the first buyback. Seb using it.
Net. Yuragi. Has to be careful.
Dire structures are fortified.
Working on this tier 3 mid. Yuragi steps forward again. And Lincoln's gets popped, and you want to be careful from getting swapped under the tier 4 towers.
Damage has been done. Tobi has been
tier 3 though.
Yeah, kind of silent on a Dawnbreaker in this one, but has a lot of items. Assault Cuirass, Hammond's Halberd, tanking up against Medusa, like Legion Commander. If he decides to blink in before BKB, like you get Halberd, so a lot of value coming out from this Halberd in general. Aghanim Scepter finally completed on BZM. This is a game changer. If you manage to get like 2-3 of those, especially the initial one, could make things a lot more difficult for Quest.
So, 4K lead, Wisdom Rune available, thinking about doing the Tormentor as well. Get the Tormentor, give Shard to OmaR.
There's the Ninja Gear. Every single game, there's like 4 or 5 Ninja Gears in the game. This item is just too good because, especially for carries, you like 38, 37, 38 minutes into the game, sometimes you do struggle with having boots of speed if you're that farmed. So having that extra movement speed really does benefit a lot.
And we'll see how many Ninja Gears we get here. BZM, he goes into the Timeless Relic.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And TA2000 just sending these illusions into the top lane.
Biziem also hit level 20, like 1-2 minutes ago. That also means longer duration Vortex, plus Timeless Relic, plus Aghanim Scepter. He was also holding Ceremonial Robe. Unfortunately, they don't have the other, like usually before the changes to neutral items, you could give Ceremonial Robe to someone else. Like, yeah, you hold it now, plus my Timeless Relic. So that's gonna increase the duration of it even more.
So potentially, most likely wait until next Roche. Next stage is going to be very important to see who ends up probably breaking the high ground even more. But what are you seeing from Quest? Like, they're positioning up towards top. Are they just trying to take this top tier 3 with illusions and spam it?
They could get a pick off. Hex initiation. The A2000, he is smoked using that ninja gear. If someone shows up, they could potentially initiate. And Noob holding onto Shield Rune, plus a Shield Crash. That's a lot of damage mitigation. Even Noob picked up ninja gear. Not just him, OmaR as well. This item is really, really good right now.
So, just defending the high grounds, making look at taking out this double catapult wave. Both teams, I think, just setting up, getting this farm, waiting for this Roche. The Ags was picked up by Biziem, so he's going to have that blue Vortex. But nobody quite yet looking to commit on the move.
Tobi was thinking about his next item, like what's it gonna be? Does he need a BKB? Doesn't even have a shard at the moment, but he's super tanky, sitting at 3.5k HP. Decided to go for Basher, which is an interesting choice. He packs a punch, like holding the Penta Edge Sword, Basher, having Echo Saber. So wants to have something to like deal with those BKBs. Last time, Yuragi TP'd in front of his face, tried to use the Solar Guardian, which now pierces debuff immunity, but not enough time unless you have Aghanim Scepter, and then you can stop it. So going for Basher next, making sure that they can't just run away. Everyone is smoked. Like, everyone is smoked. You don't even know if these are like smokes or neutral item smokes. Ninja gear.
Well, smoke got broken there. Noob was nearby, and then BZM immediately retreating off that.
Radiant are scanning.
Item got buffed unintentionally as well, because we did increase Smoke of Deceit duration in 7.34 from 35 to 45 seconds. So there's only 10 seconds downtime. Yuragi's career
with full Mjolnir
just died, yeah? It wasn't full, he needed Hyperstone, but finding a way how to deal with those illusions. Again, Mjolnir doing 150% of the damage to illusions. This is Aghanim Scepter, this is pretty big.
Calling in Yuragi, Tobi's gonna be there with the Blade Mail. Mystic Snake just hits him and he walks away. With Roche up and ready to be contested. Ooh, BZM jumping in and hit with the telekinesis. They're gonna steal the Ball Lightning. Tobi going through with the Starbreaker, but that's gonna be the Ball Lightning to avoid it. They've got the Hex onto this Medusa. Looking for the duel. Global Silence comes out. That's gonna pull DM away from the fight. He goes all the way away with that duel. They go into the Stone Gaze usage. And now it looks as though, oh gee, they might need to reset.
He caught the 4 of them with the song.
Looking good. Can they get anything more out of this song to start it off? They're going to look over at BZM. They've got themselves the BKB going to be popped here by this Storm Spirit. Turning it with the Ball Lightning. Yuragi blinking in. Goes to the Mystic Snake. That's going to turn OmaR to stone. But he goes and uses the Ball Lightning to leave. They got the swap. Overwhelming Blink. Vortex pulling in a couple. They get the kill there on a Tobi. He's going to buy back immediately. And that's the only kill they're going to get so far.
Really long team fights, but no one is dying. Seb, he has like one job. Chakra Magic onto your Medusa or onto Storm Spirit, and he's using it every single time it's off cooldown. Try to replenish some mana. They got the buyback off Tobi. 30 seconds until Solar Guardian. No Song of the Siren for 30 seconds. Roll Thunder coming up in 10 seconds. Kitrak, another swap coming online relatively soon.
no.
Dropping.
He just picked up for TA2000. They're gonna look, they're gonna find themselves Kaori. He's got buyback, he'll use it. No global silence, but the Starbreaker lands. It's gonna be on a Biziem with the Rolling Thunder hitting. They get the kill on a Biziem as well as Kitrak. They take out 2. Ball Lightning is gonna be used to get back into the fight once Biziem buys back, which he will. But the damage on the Seb.
Oh, didn't get the cheese off. Doesn't need it. There's the Solar Guardian.
Only onto this Pango, and they go to the Song of the Siren. Ball
Got the
Lightning
cheese
in,
off
but
now.
he's gonna be songed up. They'll use the cheese. Starbreaker drops down. Yuragi's got no mana, no life. They'll get the kill on a DM.
Biziem's low on mana as well.
Biziem gonna try and Ball Lightning north towards Seb to get some help.
He bought
here.
back.
But he bought back, walked in, and then Ball Lightning's back out as they've got a little bit of mana thanks to Seb, but I don't know if it's gonna be enough. Trying to run, trying to hide, out of mana, out of life, and gone. Dead for 2 minutes.
It looked good for OG, but Pango dismantled them in that fight. Like, he's just doing way too much work. Also, Biziem, he zips in after buying back, spends most of his mana, doesn't get the pull off because he gets in the middle of the Song of the Siren, and then Pango gets the cheese off. They're really tanky. Like, look at Pango, what he's doing in the fight. This is also another aggressive swap. Pango gets stuck in the middle, then uses Shard and manages to get out of trouble. Like right now, he's stuck, and then bing.
Going to your force.
Yeah, goes for a different target. There was no duel from DM, and you have Naga Siren on top of Medusa. Pango's just controlling the backlines so well. There's this Solar Guardian keeping him alive, and there's look at Biziem on the minimap. He's zipping into Song, gets the cheese off.
Ooh, Rolling Thunder.
Oh, you're watching the live game. I'm talking about the, the replay. They almost finished the game.
There's the Mjolnir to try and deal with these illusions now. Top tier 3, that ends up falling. They've got the swap, the look for the duel, and now the Solar Guardian. That's going to be with the Stone Gaze, but Starbreaker comes in. Global Silence was used, and now they're going to put the Celestial Hammer on top of Yuragi as well as DM. DM's going to pop that BKB. Legion Commander with a Lotus Orb on him. TA2000 running over at Yuragi, but TA2000 might have to use this Aegis. He's in some trouble. Left alone as Kaori gets hit with a Mystic Snake. They get the kill to Tobi. They take out Kaori. Tobi doesn't have his buyback. He used it in the last fight. Noob's coming through. Gonna roll up and Rolling Thunder. Hits DM once, but now TA2000 starting to retreat. He's got these illusions pushing away as he gets some distance and leaves the fight.
They lost Tobi. Tobi, no buyback. Maybe if he does have it. Like for the next fight, if they want to go with like Tobi's buyback, he can be the one who goes in and uses Solar Guardian after he dies, so they can take a fight anywhere. It's still on cooldown for a really long time, but most importantly, they got buyback out of Medusa, and your Naga Siren still has it available, sitting on 8,000 gold. Has Moonshard as well. He picked up Aghanim Scepter from Roshan. Maybe he could have gave it to someone else, because he, like, what is he gonna do with the gold? He can swap one more item, but that's about it, save for the buyback.
So pushing down mid, OG I think feeling this moment that they need to go, knowing that Tobi doesn't have buyback.
Are under attack.
Still tough to break these racks, break these buildings, and win these fights, despite the fact that they don't have a Dawnbreaker.
They're going all in. They want to force something. Silencer is out in 5 seconds. 35 seconds until Dawnbreaker with no buyback whatsoever. Others do have it. Still gonna respect it.
Using that ninja gear, and now they'll leave. So, OG get the Seterax over mid, but they're down to 1 tier 4, and the top Seterax of their own. No Aegis, though. We'll see how willing Quest are to go, even though they've got this big lead.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Tobi gets the shard from Tormentor. So that's going to be his free BKB. Level 25 as well. So with the Starbreaker cooldown, that's pretty massive.
They are grouped up on the side of Quest. Drawing some lines to go through top. Biziem picking up that Wisdom Rune. He's trying to get to level 25. Let's see. I mean, I don't think that Quest are going to wait for the next Roche. They definitely have the advantage here with everybody up and the global silence available.
They want to use this opportunity before Medusa has buyback. It is an elimination game. It is the best of 3. This is the first game. I think you can risk it a little bit and go take these last set of barracks. Maybe if it means that you have to use 1 buyback, they're still going to be playing against Mega Creeps. Any big 25s coming up? They already have on Medusa, Storm Spirit, getting closer and closer to it. Going for Refresher next. That's an interesting one. Double pull into Medusa's overwhelming damage. Could make the difference. Look at OmaR. He's drawing on a minimap. Knows exactly where they are.
So, fully smoked. Maybe waiting for somebody to show. Could be Yuragi if he's not too careful. They're thinking about the Rolling Thunder. They do have the overwhelming blink. Jump on him. They do a good job of clearing up these creeps and these illusions, so it's not so easy to just jump the high ground, but now they go into the Rolling Thunder. They'll go to the overwhelming blink right on top of them. Solar Guardian as well as the Telekinesis. They've got the swap coming out from Kitrak. That's the BKB as well as the Ball Lightning and the Vortex to try and pull in these heroes. Damage from Yuragi. Is it going to be enough? They've got the duel. They get the swap
from OmaR.
The stolen swap from OmaR. That's going to get another save. That's not just the first time he's done that. They've got the song. It's on all 5. Now they're going to try and fight this. The disarm. It's onto the Medusa, so not doing enough damage, but they've got themselves the stun onto TA2000. Now there's another swap coming in. Tobi's going to end up dead. He doesn't have buyback. They get the kill here on a Kitrak. He doesn't have buyback either. Noob with the roll up, taking some damage
He's
here. They
low.
need to be careful. Yuragi's got enough to get the kill on a Noob.
This is anyone's game to take. Like, the advantage that they have, this like 17,000 that is showing on the top, doesn't really matter that much. It's like how you're going to execute the fights. Tobi will have buyback available in 10 seconds. If Tobi had buyback, I think they commit to a fight, knowing that Vengeful Spirit is not there. Sure, there is Kopi, there is this Vengeful Spirit clone. But maybe wait for next Roche. It could respawn in 30 seconds. TA2000 sending out illusions in the top lane, dealing some unhealable damage to the range barracks. DD top as well. It just spawned.
So, losing 2 heroes there, proving that now, you know, the high ground is not so easy to break. OG stand their ground, but OmaR again with another important swap, stolen swap, to save Tobi initially.
See, Roshan, 1 minute. Will be on Radiant side. Biziem holding the gem and also holding Refresher Orb now, level 25. So there's going to be a lot of bounces coming out from him. Has Shard as well. That's a good way to deal with the Naga Siren and the illusions, but double pull, this could make the difference. It's like 5 plus, almost 6 seconds pull if you use both of them.
Getting to 53 minutes. Might get the tier 5 items if this game goes long enough, but Roche available in 15 seconds. Yet another Aegis available in this game. And like you said earlier, it does feel like anybody's game.
OmaR still holding onto that swap. Let's see, Dodo plus win probability 64% for Quest Esports.
Into Roche. Noob's there.
TA2000 still sending out illusions to the top lane. We'll finish off the range barracks.
Now they've got this Boots of Travel 2 in, and they've got everybody here to take this Roche.
So much in the base, but he can't be recalled by Keeper of the Light.
The Noob's got himself an Aegis.
Dawnbreaker Aghanim Scepter. This is also massive. We've seen the power of it yesterday when Alliance played against OG. Having Ags like gives you 60% evasion. It's really effective against other heroes. Against Medusa, not as much, but you can also like decide where to land. It's massive.
Now with that buyback, having that cheese, definitely going to make this fight way more quest favored. The illusion's just a pain, and they've only got one building left.
That is definition of pain.
Yeah, definitely.
Even though Quest does have Aegis and Cheese available now, OG, they are the ones pushing the high ground. Swap in the middle of the
They've
team.
got themselves to go. They've got themselves to Medusa in the front line. There's the counter swap, but the Rolling Thunder's going to stick with him. They get the kill on the Kitrak. They're going to look as they've got the Will-Wisp, the newly built axe for Seb. They go in with the Ball Lightning as well as the Vortex. They've got themselves the Refresher. They get the kill there under the Naga Siren as well as Tobi. They're going to get themselves the buybacks out of 3. Whoa, my. OG. Looking like they might be able to do it. The damage again on OmaR. Triple kill for Yuragi. Now they find Kitrak. There's the swap. They've got the Hex onto the Medusa. Lotus Orb, no mana, no life. They'll take him out. He's got buyback as well. They'll chase down this illusion.
They need to catch more.
Strong.
There is Storm Spirit.
Ogre Seal Totem.
Lotus Orb available on Seb. Can he get it?
Up. Oh my god, the damage so quickly. They take out Biziem. They're even looking for Seb. They've got the telekinesis, and they will catch themselves another. It looks so good for OG to start, but a good cleanup for Quest after the buybacks.
Yeah, this Aghanim Scepter, Storm Spirit with Refresher, level 20 talent, Timeless Relic. He pulled them in for a good almost 6 seconds, and then Medusa just right-click, stands her ground. They need to use the buybacks. Medusa does have it. 80 seconds. They can finish off the game. Whoever wins the next fight pretty much wins the game. OG using the buyback, using the glyph. They do have buybacks available on both cores.
Kitrak, Will-Wisp, buybacks used, Ball Lightning, Vortex, and now can they get the kill on the Naga Siren? Tier 2000 slept up again thanks to the Will-Wisp. They've got the BKBs. They're trying to chase. Ball Lightning in. They've got themselves the Rolling Thunder. Stone Gaze, the damage. It's on Anu, but it's not going to be enough. They're starting to retreat. They look over at Tobi. He's able to TP out. All the buybacks used there by OG, and they only get themselves a silencer.
So they disengage properly. This could have been a disaster. You can feel that OG, they feel much stronger fighting inside their base where they can like reset the Refresher Orb on cooldown for 60 seconds. Next Roshan is not gonna be there. I mean, there's still Aegis on on Pango, but he managed to disengage. So let's see, whoever wins the next fight, there are no buybacks in the game. There's one on Legion Commander, one on Pango. Pango sitting at 9,000 gold. Thinking about picking up Shiva's Guard, running out of slots.
Will do nicely.
Yeah, it was Shiva's Guard, and I believe Abyssal was being thought about as well. So 20,000 net worth lead, no silencer, no
Dyer's ancient.
global available. So nobody pushing out just yet in terms of looking to go to the high ground. Biziem nearby. I mean, OmaR, he is close, but they won't sense him just yet. They won't catch him.
Keeper of the Light.
Surprisingly, in a game like this, only 122 duel damage.
Yeah, there was, like we did mention that there might struggle with dealing damage early on. He started off great.
Is under attack.
Early on, 7 minutes first duel, but then they didn't have enough. Like, he doesn't have a hero to play with other than Storm Spirit, and Storm Spirit felt kind of intimidated by the global silence. Refresher Orb is available. Keeper of the Light, level 25 talent also available. 1.2 seconds, Blinding Light stun. What Timeless Relic? That goes up to 1.5 seconds.
Looking to use the Timeless Relic and the Quickening Charm to have the Will-Wisps down as much as possible. And Aegis expires, so we might be waiting for another one. We're going to be definitely waiting for the tier 5s to see if we can get something that's going to overpower one or the other side.
There's this window where Quest can take a fight, because your Naga Siren's buyback is going to come a minute and 20 seconds before Medusa's, if they have like the exact timing on it, but also tier 5 items in 30 seconds. So let's see if they stack the Ancients. Prepare for it.
Tormentor taken. Kaori gets his shard finally. With his 14 permanent intelligence stone.
Yeah, very important shard at this stage of the game.
Tier 5s are available.
They did stack the Ancients. Who's getting the first tier 5 item? Tier 5 token, there it is. There's one available on Pango. Let's see what he decides to go for.
Force boots for Naga Siren. DM's also got one. Ex Machina for Tobi. Mirror Shield for the Legion Commander.
Oh, this is a big one. Like, Ex Machina still feels like the best out of all tier 5 items. You know what I miss? Ballista. Ballista Sniper.
I thought you were going to say something cool. You said something super toxic.
It's going to be the Arcanist Armor. So, Force Field Aura grants 40% damage reflection for 5 seconds. At this stage of the game, against Medusa, this might be the pickup. Rubik, what does he have? Book of the Shadows. So, that's pretty neat. Silencer, also another Book of Shadows. So, that's going to grant you like second life. Dawnbreaker, we already mentioned. Ex Machina, which will grant him double Heaven's Halberd, double Abyssal Blade. DA2000 having boots, which means that he can get rid of his boots of travel and finally picks up something to deal with this evasion from Medusa. Bloodthorn is now available, and an OG. Keeper of the Light still doesn't have anything. Mirror Shield on Legion Commander. Medusa with the Force Boots. Searstone on Vengeful Spirit, and Ex Machina on Storm. Unfortunately, Ex Machina doesn't work on Refresher Orb, but it does work on your BKB.
Bottom tower has fallen.
19 seconds potentially remaining on Roche. Let's see.
Radiant's bottom barracks are under attack.
As Yuragi's the one defending the base. So Roche will be extended by
My vigor was
a minute 20. So a minute 20 remaining on the next Roche. But it hasn't felt like the Aegis has been enough to finish these games.
It seems like at this point, Aegis doesn't really matter.
Are scanning.
Buyback available in 50 seconds, 2 minutes for Medusa.
Dire's Ancient.
I think they should go. I think it's time to go and try to use this opportunity where Medusa doesn't have buyback. Your Naga Siren comes with bots too. She tanks most of the damage. And you also have buyback available on your Dawnbreaker in 30 seconds. So gonna come slightly faster. Storm and Medusa, same timing on their buybacks.
They're setting up for Roche on the side of Quest. They were able to take the last Aegis. As OG, now they smoke. They should be here in time. Are they walking into a trap as Quest are kind of forward? They've got the Hex, it's going to be on Yuragi. Press the attack is used. Now the Rolling Thunder with the roll-up. They've got a duel, but he's chasing.
Wait,
Wop.
duel me.
Catch up to the ball. They've got themselves the Will-Wisp. They get the kill on Tobi. The Global Silence comes out a little bit late. OmaR now in a bad spot, but telekinesis, right-click scene with the song being used. BKB going after this Naga Siren. All lightning finding Kaori, but they can't get that kill quite yet as they're still retreating on the side of Quest, trying to draw them in, maybe in a good positioning, and it will be for TA2000, but they've gotten the lockdown again. Overwhelming blink hits on a DM. They've got the stun. They turn this Pango to stone. This TA2000 as well as Tobi, they go in. Starbreaker swap from Kitrak. Biziem not working with a lot of mana. They look over at Tobi. Tobi's gonna heal up, but they've got the damage coming in on all these heroes on the side of Quest. TA2000, he's low but surviving, and they finally get the kill on Kaori. They get themselves the dual damage. They've got themselves the ball lightning as well as the vortex onto TA2000 to hold him down. But the Rolling Thunder comes in with a swashbuckle. They've got the damage to get the kill on Yuragi. Now they look over the magic missile as well. They've got themselves the control to get the kill on the noob as well as OmaR. They hit this Naga Siren as well as the Dawnbreaker, but not with enough damage as they turn it all around. They get the kill on a Biziem, DM, and Kitrak, and 4 heroes are dead on the side of OGs. They're going to buy back on DM. TA2000 and OmaR looking over at Kitrak's illusion. They netted up, overwhelming blink drop on them and get the kill there. And they have buyback available on Yuragi as well as Kitrak on this Venge.
Oh man, what a gigantic fight. Look at the damage coming out from Medusa in that fight, 18,000. It's still not enough. They did buyback on 4 heroes, so they won't have it. Buyback is available again. Storm Spirit, he doesn't have it. No gold for him.
No, swap, Stone Gaze,
500.
Rolling Thunder,
again
used. Duel and running, chasing the ball. Putting DM in this precarious position. Will-Wisp is used. TA2000's locked up for a second. They start to retreat.
Whew, DM, professional e-gamer. It stands for duel me, but Pango doesn't want to do it. He just keeps rolling away. And now Roshan, it is on Dire's side. They probably think that Storm Spirit must have buyback, so they want to go and play it safe. Maybe get like 1 more life on your Naga Siren. Noob is doing so much work in these fights, just like being in the middle of the fight, soaking up most of the damage.
Attracting duels.
Pretty much. I think Tobi messed up there for a second. I thought it might be a disaster for them because he did not have TP available. He TP'd there, already used the Solar Guardian, and didn't have anything to TP to, so he had to walk from the base, connect with the rest of the team. One of the reasons why Quest probably played it slightly slower, and it's going to be Pangolier who picks it up, since Naga Siren has buyback. What a crazy game. 66-minute game. Like we've seen Team Secret in the previous series also pushing it to 70 plus minute 2 games. Seems like that's gonna be the story of this series as well.
Definitely could be, as they get the Aegis, but they don't immediately run through top.
Haste!
Retreating for a moment. Interesting move. I thought Quest were just gonna go for it.
Yeah, just farm, guys. Wait until we get to tier 6 items. We might actually see tier 6 items added to the game, because a lot of these games, like tier 5 items, not enough to finish it off.
Yeah, it's a little surprising with the tier 5 items. They've got 3 gems just sitting on the ground right there. Here comes a courier to scoop them. Never have I ever seen a courier scoop 3 gems.
Usually it's like 1 or 2, but 3, the game should end. Like you pick up 3 gems at the same time. This is like Dragon Ball Z. How many gems like do you need to pick up in that one? 9?
7?
7? Okay.
And then you just get full map vision all the time.
Wait, you're playing with not having the vision of the full map?
Yeah. Oh, you're you?
See, I downloaded this program. Just kidding.
Yeah.
Still 1 melee barrack standing, so no mega creeps. They did not want to commit. There's double damage now available on Pango. Soon to be level 30. Naga Siren level 28. Medusa level 29, so we're getting closer to those extra talents on 25, so we'll see who decides to pick up that level 30 first.
Will-Wisping, by the way, in the top lane, just to make sure those illusions don't hit that last building.
Vengeful Spirit did get level 25 in one of the previous fights, which means that swap is now 90% damage reduction. Yeah, good luck killing anyone who gets swapped.
The thing is, though, Kitrak's been giving that swap up a lot. And kind of tough. These Book of Shadows came in clutch, by the way, in that last fight.
Yeah, keeping them alive. And now Yuragi thinking about getting a Divine Rapier. We're 69 minutes into the game.
We are at that point. So, 22,000 net worth lead here. There's the level 30 for the Pangolier. Picks up now both of those 25 talents. Naga, only level 28. 29 here for Tobi. But yeah, I mean, they're sending these illusions in. And so far, OG are defending.
Yeah, not a single team has Pirate Hat available. No one wants that free gold. Seems like they thought that this game was going to end at like 60 minutes immediately. Took the best items for the moment. But you've seen that Biziem did not have enough gold for buyback in the previous fight. That's like 2 runes that you dig up with Pirate Hat. Refresher, also available on Silencer, plus level 25, Last Word Mutes. Comes the Doom. He wishes he had Aghanim Scepter on Silencer now. AoE Last Word with the Mute ability.
Oh, yeah.
But very far away from it. Like, he's just gonna wait. Maybe there's gonna be another buyback available for him.
Legions again. OmaR using Fade Bolt pushing in, but these heroes not moving with this Aegis into the high ground. It's going to expire.
Yeah, just wait for Roche. Number 7. I think, was this 5th or 6th Roche? Lost the track of it. Probably 5th, yeah.
So, Aegis expires. And we're past 70 minutes now. I mean, just kind of waiting to see who wants to make the first move, right? Who wants to step wrong? Or who's willing to even take that chance? Maybe the last fights made Quest a little bit hesitant on going in, but having that Aegis, having that opportunity, and not taking it the whole time with this Aegis is a little bit interesting.
And no one has block of cheese yet. That's a 70-minute game. They've been using these Lotuses, trying to heal up as much as they can. Can't really blame them. OG now smoked. Minute with no buyback on Medusa. Pango. No Aegis available on him anymore. He also needs 800 gold for buyback. His buyback is super expensive.
I don't see anybody with a Wave of Terror. But not willing to move any further up. Overwhelming Blink available on DM. 10,000 gold available on TA2000.
You're a beautiful person with a charming to be a giant.
Yeah, it's time to spam some of the Gaben lines.
Hey,
as things got really quiet for the last.
It really was quiet. No one was using any chat wheel in the old chat, but Yuragi is like, yeah, we can do that. 72-minute game. Buybacks are coming online. Pango needs to farm 500 gold for his buyback. So we're going to have 10 buybacks available pretty soon.
Divine Rapier money is there for Yuragi. He moves very quickly. And he buys it. So he's got Divine Rapier. Butterfly goes into the backpack, so do the Boots of Travel level 2 and the Refresher. Because you can never have enough gold in items.
I've been a big advocate of buying an extra slot. Not sure still how much it would cost, but like buying a 7 slot for, I don't know, 15,000.
15?
10 to 15,000. Yeah, imagine him having full Butterfly in his inventory now.
I guess, maybe, but 15,000 seems like a lot.
Pirate Hat.
I was going to say maybe it should be a tier 6 neutral.
Then you would not need to sell your Midas ever.
Yeah. Well, tier 6 neutral. It would be a while. 35 seconds till Roche, by the way.
10 heroes with the buybacks.
Everybody's got buyback. Everybody's waiting for Roche. Still, shockingly, they have not been able to pierce that top lane and grab this melee racks for mega creeps. So 10 seconds. This quest now moved up a little bit. Ooh. Look at the damage numbers. Almost 100,000 for the Medusa. Probably get broken in the next fight.
That's like the whole team of Quest.
6 Roches available.
It's going to be on Dire side. I think it's better if it's on Radiant's side, just because Silencer picks it up and has that upgrade to AoE last word, which mutes with his level 25 talent.
Scan connects, they know that they're coming. They know that they were within that scan. They start to retreat back towards the Roche pit. And Roche is up, so do they want to commit to that? Do they want to find the proper positioning? They've got some illusions on the high ground. Well, magic missile action and a swap on an illusion. That illusion's going to be doing 90% less damage. But it's dead. So swap on cooldown for just 5 seconds. As it's the illusion duel in the top lane. And the Naga Siren illusions are winning. Both these teams on the tip of a knife's edge.
Holding that high ground near the Twin Gate, that's the advantage. 76 minutes into the game. Biziem ready to jump in.
Somebody looking to make a move. A little bit of that deforestation. Coming through with the Celestial Hammer. Biziem throwing a remnant down. Both teams a little bit scared as Yuragi is going to be forced to go back to clean up some creeps.
He can get recalled by Keeper of the Light. Doesn't need to use Boots of Travel or anything to come back. Let's see if Quest wants to open up Roche.
Ball lightning from Biziem sitting on the high ground. Noob's going to come over. They've got themselves the Vortex. Ball lightning back for a second. Will leave. Illusions are being used now to scout the side of OG.
Who's going to lose the focus? I think everyone who plays Dota has been in this scenario where like, I kind of want to play with the mouse only. Not much is happening, but yeah. These e-gamers, like, they can't afford to make the same mistakes as we do in the pubs.
Magic missile from afar. Lois put half in the pit. And there's the recalling Yuragi. Full 5-man smoke from Quest Esports. Trying to find just a little bit of an opening. Send the illusions up and around.
Going from a different direction now.
Butterfly on the ground. Butterfly still on the ground. Rolling Thunder comes in. Butterfly's going to stay there. And they've got a courier trying to pick it up, and it does. But now they've got the Global Silence being used, as well as the BKBs and the Refresher. They've got themselves the Vortex. It lands on a 2. They should be able to get the kill on Kaori. He's got himself buyback. They've got the swap into the Will-Wisp, as well as the duel. But a stolen swap once again. OmaR, he has been perfect with the steals that he's made. They've got him the Song of the Siren. They've got the Silence. It's going to be on a 2,000. It'll go split. But now, Magic Missile bouncing off of Noob as well as OmaR. They've got another swap, but OmaR, he's not going to be able to get hit. He's got himself the Book of the Shadows. Starbreaker used by Tobi. They've got the aggression coming in on Yuragi, but he's going to be able to split. They go to the Global Silence once again. They've got themselves Noob in a little bit of trouble. He goes to the Swashbuckle. The damage coming in. Shield crash. Another swap from OmaR, getting him away from the fight. OmaR has been perfect. They've got the telekinesis. Now they're looking over at Biziem. He's going to end up dead. He'll buy back into the fight. Book of Shadows doing so much work to keep these heroes alive on the side of Quest Esports. As Tobi, now with the Starbreaker, he goes to the Refresher. They've got themselves the Rolling Thunder once again with that talent. And Noob sitting low on health. There's the Mystic Snake, but it's not going to do the damage to get the kill on a Noob. BKB, Biziem, he's out of mana. OmaR on the high ground. Noob still surviving, but they finally get the kill. They've got themselves the duel. It's going to be on OmaR. They've got themselves the control to get the victory with that duel again. in here now. Yuragi getting that kill, and the buybacks come out from 2.
Kaori will not have
OmaR,
buyback.
as well as Noob coming back into the fight. They've got themselves another song that's going to lock up for these heroes. What can they set up with it? It's actually 5. It's a full team songed up and slept.
Throne is exposed.
They're going to go. The throne's exposed. They've got creeps going in. This fight might take too long. Solar Guardian's going to slam down. Biziem with the ball of lightning. They look over T2000. They've got themselves the Mystic Snake. Noob's going to end up looking over as Tobi dies and buys back as well. But the throne exposed. They use the glyph. T2000 with the Book of Shadows. He's trying to run. OmaR stunned up, magic missile, Kaori ends up dead, Yuragi's got the damage, OmaR gets in with the Glimmer Cape and away once more. Rolling Thunder trying to leave, buying some time as they send Seb back to deal with these creeps. Kitrak, he'll end up dead, they've got themselves the illusion, they go to the swap with the magic missile, it bounces over, hits on a TH2000, but he's got himself the KB on Tobi to try and run, and they've got themselves the sweep again with the saw. They start to run from the side of OG. They don't have a silencer for 100 seconds, but they've been holding their ground with the Book of Shadows as well as everything else as these refreshers starting to really pile up.
These refreshers, Ex Machinas, everybody has like double, triple BKB, surviving long enough. And not many heroes dying in the end. Like you can feel that Quest is lacking slightly damage to kill this Medusa, who's sitting on 16,000 gold at the moment, fully jacked. Like, what do you even buy? Where's his butterfly at?
It's
you might have sent it back
on the courier.
It's
up at the top twin gate.
You found it actually. Now those 15,000 gold to buy an extra slot. That doesn't sound so stupid, huh?
I don't know. I don't want to agree with you, though.
I got him Scepter.
This is Roche now on the bottom side.
Legion Commander will pick it up. Reducing cooldown by 30 seconds, so it's going to be a lot of duels.
Immortality is mine.
So Ags for DM. Not sure if he even wants to use that. He's been using it on the Rolling Thunder a lot.
We'll pick it up. Again, damage reduction, 50%, you get swapped. Literally no damage taken.
Literally healing.
Divine Rapier now purchased by Pango. 81 minutes. Let's see how much he can do. He doesn't have buyback for a good 5 minutes now. I think OG is in a better spot, not just because they have this like number on top of the screen. It's just because they don't. They have buyback available on Medusa. They have another Divine Rapier potentially. I think at this point you buy Divine Rapier and you put it in the base.
Might have to. You know what it should be, by the way, with you're activating a slot, it should you don't get an additional slot, you just activate a backpack slot and you can buy 3 of them. For 15,
how much does it
then
cost?
20, then 25,000.
That's very expensive for a backpack slot.
15. Well, no, you get to activate them like they're part of your real inventory.
Let's just
Yuragi?
with what we have at the moment. Yuragi sleeps. He's gonna run away.
You say it. What the hell?
There's that butterfly. There's that demon edge. Thinking about the Divine Rapier again. Buyback cost 6,000 on Medusa.
They're not even willing to go in with their Aegis either. At least not yet.
Oh, Mirror Shield. Kaori hexing himself.
Kind of split up. They need to be worried about these illusions as well as Noob. He's top with the Divine Rapier. Get into the 83rd minute.
Yeah, I saw Tobi purchasing Deso as his like 6th item. Has 0 charges on it. Maybe there was some thinking about going for the throne. Someone sneaks in, they go for the throne. There's no glyph available for another minute.
Yeah, they had to use it in that last fight to survive. I thought they might lose to just that, but they sent Seb back. Lightning spotting them, Vortex on a 2. They've got the control. They look over at Kaori. They've got themselves the duel coming out from DM. They get the kill on the silencer. Song TP. Ooh,
they're going for the throne.
They're going for the throne. They're going to use the Solar Guardian. They're going to try and get in. I don't think there's going to be a time. I don't know if it's going to be a time for them. They've got themselves the throne and the game. Oh my god, they just stole it!